directors who become known for oddly specific film genres, like the Coen brothers always making movies where Steve Buscemi gets killed, or Woody Allen making movies about people who are Woody Allen, or Neil Jordan, who's probably the sole contributor to an oddly specific genre, namely films featuring the Irish Republican Army and one trans woman. Ah yes, today's film is The Crying Game. Now let's get the obvious out of the way first.
Penis!
Yes, The Crying Game is the movie which you all know the twist to, probably without knowing the rest of the movie's plot. Plot-wise, it's about the Irish Republican Army. Northern Ireland? Can't mention that without bringing up everybody's favourite evil despot. But of course I couldn't get her, so instead I've got the next best thing. Diamanda Faken. Greetings, gentle viewers. I'm Diamanda Faken, and the gentle hipster has instructed me, with a knife, to go through the plot for you as quickly as possible. A chapter of the IRA kidnapped Jodie, a British soldier played by Forrest Whitaker. The British government has an IRA agent imprisoned, and the IRA intend to kill Jodie unless the agent is released. One of the IRA agents, Fergus, ends up taking a liking to Jodie, and they end up talking, probably more than they should, accumulating in a scene where Fergus touches Jodie's dick.
You gotta loosen my hand.
Can't.
Well then, you're gonna have to take my dick out for me, aren't you? Take the fucker out, man. I'm dying. Oh, now put it back in.
Give us a break.
I can't do it. It's only a piece of meat. For fuck's sake, it's got no major diseases.
The head of the IRA chapter is pissed off.
You'll have minimum contact with that prisoner.
Yeah, okay.
You know why?
Why?
Because tomorrow we might have to shoot him, that's why.
To punish him, he insists that Fergus kill Jodie himself. Luckily, Fergus's conscience gets to stay clean because Jodie is run over by a deus ex machina before Fergus has a chance to kill him. The British Army wrecks the IRA shit, and then Fergus escapes in the fracas. He heads to London to track down Jodie's girlfriend Dill, who Jodie told him about so that he could track her down and tell her that Jodie was thinking of her, or something. I don't know what good that's gonna do myself, but...
Just what the fuck do you think you're doing?
Just getting a fake version of you to recap the plot of Neil Jordan's The Crying Game. What does it look like?
I can see that. I just can't believe that you are trying to fuck with me, whoever you are. It's pronounced Hagen, and that does not rhyme with faking, no matter what fucking accent you say it in.
Oh, go away, you megalomaniac old has-been.
I'll cut you the fuck into little pieces with your own genitals!
You'll probably have trouble with that. Go away, you're ruining my review. And I have a fine Wusthof here that says you should fuck off.
Oh, alright then. I'm going to get some KFC.
Okay, fine. No more Northern Irish reviewers. Back to the plot. Fergus introduces himself as Jimmy to Dill by way of getting her to give him a haircut that makes him look like Neil Tennant. Then the stalking begins.
Yes, what'll it be?
Bottle of Guinness.
Ask him, does he like his haircut?
What she wants to know, sir, do you like your hair?
Tell her I'm very happy with it.
Where do you think you're fucking going in?
Piss off, Steve. Get off my case!
Ferg Jimmy is pretty good at seduction, and Dill and he soon start really hitting it off together. The relationship is punctured by flashbacks to phantom cricketer Forrest Whitaker, which is a bit of a boner killer. And then, the penis scene.
Jesus, I feel sick. Don't go, Jimmy. I'm sorry. I thought you knew.
Throwing up's a bit much, isn't it? You'd think that Fergus had never seen a penis before, even when he's already gone and touched Forrest Whitaker's. Unfortunately, the remaining IRA members are back in town, and are trying to force Fergus to commit an assassination. He tries to keep Dill out of it, but Dill instead takes a turn to the psychotic and shoots the IRA lady.
Didn't knock, honey.
Hang on, wait, Fergus!
What's that she called you, Jimmy?
Fergus!
What's Fergus?
It's my name, Dill!
So what happened to Jimmy?
I said get out!
What's she gonna do, Jimmy? She's gonna blow you away?
Dill!
Was she there too when you got my Jodie?
Dill!
I asked you a question, honey. Were you there too?
You sick bitch.
You was there, wasn't you? You used those tits and that ass to get him, didn't you? She was there, wasn't she? Am I in trouble, Jimmy?
Not if you go.
Will I see you again?
Yes.
Promise.
Promise.
You should have stayed at home.
Fergus goes to prison on her behalf, and that's the end of the movie. So, what have we learnt today? Firstly, don't piss off dear Murder Hagen. Given that I've whisked over the plot so rapidly, I've barely touched on the main reason to review this. That reason is Dill. So far, a good deal of the films I've seen featuring trans women and drag queens portray them as being particularly seductive and flirtatious, whereas in reality, a good deal of trans women are computer programmers or retail workers. I'm quite sure that there are shy trans women out there who aren't confident about sex, let alone confident enough to pick up people in bars, which would be obvious because that's the same with women in general. I suppose those sorts of trans women aren't sexy enough to be portrayed in a movie. Dill? Well, she's an unbalanced character. She's pleasant, if heavily armoured towards people taking advantage of her, but all in all she's a pretty possessive, all-or-nothing sort of person, who reacts to the horrible news of Fergus being in the IRA and killing her boyfriend, not with running away or crying, but with turning increasingly insane and waving a gun around. She's jealous and practically psychotic, and it seems almost as if she's claimed Fergus, whether he wants to be in a relationship or not. Because the film is from the perspective of Fergus, we're not treated to any long-winded backstories about Dill's childhood or gender identity, but to be honest, I didn't much care. By the end of the film, I wasn't really very much into the idea of Dill and Fergus having a relationship, because at the start it was just a stereotypical romance with a sexy or slightly standoffish girl, and then Dill just became unhinged and dangerous. The relationship that Fergus had with Jodie was more interesting.
Take the whole lot. I won't need it.
I told you not to talk that way.
You won't run. What if I did? You wouldn't shoot a brother in the back. Johnny! You stupid bastard! What do you say? Bastard! I said you bastard! Don't catch me first.
They certainly seem to have more in common, and they seem to connect more than Fergus and Dill did.
Don't be so sure.
The idea of the trans woman as an extremely confident stuck dress is a little one-sided as well. Yes, there are almost certainly trans women like this in reality, but what about the more withdrawn, less confident trans girls? Where are the transgender manic pixie dream girls? Or the confident, mothering, practical trans women? Or the gender atypical trans women? Or the bisexual or lesbian trans women? So yes, Dill is a gender hipster, but not one I particularly like. Still, at least she's more than just a plot device serving the whims of the main character. If you ask me, the best thing about this film was the amazing bartender.
Tell him to go fuck himself.
You want me to tell you, go fuck yourself!
You see that, Cole?
Saw it, Dill.
Fuck it is what I say.
Yeah, fuck it, Dill.
Oh, and Ghost cricketer Forrest Whitaker. Bowl us out!
One day soon I'm gonna tell the moon about the crying game. And if he knows, maybe he'll explain why there are heartaches, why there are tears.
Acrylic paint probably wasn't the best choice for makeup. I feel like my skin's being mummified, my eyes welded open, and I am going to have to live with that for the rest of the day.